You mentioned about Laois's mother and father of all beatings. That was 232 to 18 points against Tipperary. It was in Semple Stadium, Liam Cahill's first game. It spelled out trouble right from the get-go, and it certainly delivered on that.
Yeah, look, and the interesting thing about Tip as well is all the positional changes straight away. Like Michael Breen's been talked about in full back to death already, but I think the Seamus Kennedy at wing forward is a really interesting one. And then the latest one, I suppose, that we're seeing now is Bonner full forward as a target man that's actually playing in there as well. And like people are going to jump straight away at looking like he didn't score, but I think I saw was that he was directly responsible, direct assists for 1-4 in the first half, and everything just seemed to stick off him as well. So yeah, it's a few interesting ones, and I think that what Cahill's shown is that he looks like he's going to stick with those players in there as well. They look to have found some really good players, like Connor Stapleton in midfield looks like he looks assertive in there as well, really, really good. And then that half back line all of a sudden of Brian O'Mara, Ronan Maher and Brian McGrath is absolutely dominant. So all of a sudden, I think a lot of positivity for Tip, but you have to bear in mind it is Laois in there as well. Everything looks great at the moment, but I think watching them against Kilkenny next week will give them a better understanding of where they're at. But from all accounts, they're absolutely flying and training, and that they apparently they've been trained like to an inch of their lives over Christmas, and that the level of training that they've received since Cahill has taken over has been absolutely huge. So the question remains with them as well, like, are they doing a bit too much too soon? That's going to be the question mark hanging over Cahill a little bit based on what happened last year. But I think Tip at the moment, they're in a very good spot at the moment. So they just need to, I suppose they just need to manage their season a little bit as well, make sure they're right. They're trying out a lot of players. Gearóid O'Connor looks to be a great find. I think he's going to start for them this year as well. And even Sean Ryan, the corner, looks to be really good too. So I think, look, season's gone really, really well for Tip so far. And I'm kind of curious to see how they keep getting on when they start to face the bigger teams now.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think there's an element with Tip that because it was always so obvious that Liam Cahill was going to eventually be the Tipperary manager, the fact that he is now, it might have a feel of a bit of destiny about it for Tip, that maybe that has given them an extra gear to train harder and visualise an All-Ireland at the end of this.